Hey y'all, what's up? Jamithatsme here. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, if you're a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then hey, bitch. And if you're not a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscription button. Okay, so let's get into Belle Collective. Okay, so we see Tambra go to see her parents. Okay, her parents have been together since they was teenagers. All right, she's going to talk to them about what's been going on in her life because her mama want to know. She like, girl, what's going on? But I don't want to hear nothing about career. I want to know about your personal life, honey. What's happening with that? And she was like, oh, well, you know, my career is still the primary thing that I'm focused on at this time. However, children are somewhere in the equation at some point. But you know, I've always wanted to be married, and that's because of y'all. Okay, that's something that y'all stress. So if I ain't got no kids yet, it's also because I ain't got no ring. So what you want me to do with that? Okay, but her parents feel as though she needs to revisit an old relationship with her ex. I think she dated him either for 16 years or they were together since they were no, I think it was 16 years. I think they dated for like 16 years or something like that. But that's not somebody that she said she got on her dream board. So she ain't really trying to get back in that relationship. She feels like, I mean, we broke up for a reason. So if y'all could stop asking me about it, that'd be great. You know, she wants to be a national correspondent. She wants to be a national TV host. She got all these goals and these ambitions. And that's her focus right now. I don't see why she thinks she can't make that happen without, you know, having kids. But then, you know, her primary thing too is like she wants to be married, but she also froze her eggs, so she may try and go off and have a child at a later time. But either way, girl, good luck. Okay, so we can see Antoinette at her new house, not new house, but her new office and everything. You see Kaylon, that's her white friend, and you also see Miss Latrice coming to check it out. You know, they looking at everything. It looks cute. So Miss Antoinette, girl, you know I like you, but you just been a bit shaky for me, honey. I'm just like, I don't know about her, girl. You just okay. So she's like, you know, Latrice brought up the whole Tambra event. How did everybody feel about it? And she just wanted to know how everybody, you know, were they enjoying themselves, what they thought about it. Here go Miss Antoinette. Girl, my thing is that Letitia just kept coming at me. Okay, she kept coming at me every way she could, you know, and I didn't really like that. I ain't hear that, you know. I didn't see her come at Miss Antoinette the entire time. You know, she definitely put you in your place when you needed to be in your damn place. Okay, but the camera, they edited some of that out. Okay, we didn't get to see all the shade that you feel as though Letitia was throwing your way. But despite the shade she was throwing your way, you were so eager to get over there and have that sit down with her and apologizing, and you felt condemned for your actions, honey. So I just find it funny that you over here trying to slick throw shade when you with Miss Antoinette, even though you said that you weren't gonna be like that no more. Okay, but we already see, girl, you be fucking up with what you be talking about. So this probably gonna resurface itself again. But I ain't really like the actions of Miss Antoinette. Miss Kaylon started asking about somebody being real. So they had to get her the definition of what it means when people are being real. It's like, Miss Kaylon, do you mean, what does it mean when black women say they being real? What do you mean, girl? But anywho, Miss Kaylon, yeah, so that's the only thing I ain't like about Miss Antoinette. I see that she's a person that says one thing and she clearly goes and she does another. So we just gonna see how that works out for her. Because at the end of the day, I thought she and Letitia ended on a good note, but she over here talking about she kept coming for her and this, that, and the other. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about the dynamic between Letitia as well as Antoinette. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are about that. So Marie, okay, Marie over there babysitting her 2 grandkids, okay, while her son is out there living his motherfucking life. Girl, if you don't get the ASAP. She talks about her husband Cedric and how they've been married for a few years on and off. You know, they got married, they got a divorce, and now they're remarried. But the reason they got a divorce was due to a lot of the cheating that was going on his end. Okay, girl. Now, one of the baby mama number 1, pops over. Okay, she comes over to get her kid and all that other good stuff. And Miss Marie is asking her about, like, have you talked to my son? Have you talked to Jay or anything? She was like, no, like when I hit him up, like he don't want to answer the phone. He ignores me and all this other stuff. She said, so that's why I know that you're going to take care of the things that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and call you first. Girl, this boy, he really pissing me off. Like, I don't understand. And it's crazy because, yeah, he's a young man. He make these dumbass mistakes. But you have a lot of older, grown-ass men that be doing the same shit. And I just don't be understanding what the fuck be going on through y'all minds. Like, y'all be there and y'all be texting these ladies. Y'all be so ready, so available when it's time to go down through there. And then as soon as she go down through there and have your baby, your ass want to get ghost. No, we need you to have that same fucking energy you had on the front end. And Mr. J want to go off and have all these goddamn babies and leave them for his mama to take care of. Girl, I can't deal. I'm not going to deal. So Marie says that she has committed herself to taking care of his responsibility while he's off in college. But she also turns around and says that he's running away from his responsibility. So I think that it's not just because he's out of college, off to college or about to go off to college. She takes care of them kids because he's not, and I think because Marie likely has been a single mom at one point in her life, I believe because she knows how hard it can be, that's one of the reasons why she probably shows up as much as she does, and knowing that her son is an ain't shit ass person, she doesn't want those kids to feel as though they don't have love on that side of the family, which is probably why she steps up, and do so much. But I do think, I understand that, but I also feel like she's overextending herself and then be getting pissed off at a later time. Girl, you set it up for that shit. Another thing is I understand why she doing it. Might as well give, because if she don't give money or just show the support and show the love that she has for those baby mamas as well as their children, he ain't gonna give a damn. He already running from responsibility. So if you ask him, he don't give a fuck what she pitch in and do. She ain't gotta do nothing. He don't care. Because he gonna be trying to be out here and live his life. I just don't understand how he can get one girl pregnant and then turn around and get 2 more pregnant. One, okay, you slipped up, we get it, we understand, but 2 more and they all around the same age? What the fuck was you out here doing? Who told you that was dope? Who told you that was cool to do? But I guess, honey. Now baby mama number 2 come over. Yeah, you had baby mama number 1 and baby mama number 2 in the same house, but they really didn't interact or say too much to each other. It was what it was. But baby mama number 2, I noticed, she goes over to Marie and tells her, girl, I told you about that math tutor I need. And Marie looking girl, you need something else? Really? Well, how your other classes going, honey? And have you talked to my son? And she was like, yeah, I talked to him. He pretty much lived with me, girl. She was like, oh, wait a minute, honey. He what? He lived with you? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, baby. I'll take care of you, but I'm not taking care of no motherfucking man. I'm not going to take care of your son. Take care of your man, which is my son. And I'm just I won't be taking care of neither one of them motherfuckers. I don't give a damn how much money I got. They will have a deadline. Okay, I understand, they young, they may need to get on their feet or whatever, but girl, there would be a deadline. And they could think I'd be playing if they want to. But yeah, you're gonna have to fend for yourself and figure that shit out. Why are you sitting up here taking care of these grown ass people who went in a room wherever they went to engage in grown ass people activity? No. Those were their decisions, and now the consequence of their decisions is this motherfucking child, and in your son's case, these children, and you're a fool to do it. So I would not say a math tutor. Well, are you working to go get you a tutor? They don't supply that at the college? Oh, okay then, girl. Okay. No, ma'am. And then gonna sit up there talk about she ain't gonna take care of the son. Girl, you been taking care of his ass, so you continuing to pick up his damn slacks. So you might as well. The fuck? Girl, good night. So Mel and Latrice are sitting down out to eat because they trying to, come up with some plans, get the ball rolling for this new product line that she's trying to do, this essential line. Who calls Miss Latrice? Girl, honey, her husband Cliff, because he feeling away because he went to the shop and she wasn't there. She was like, oh, well, I'm over here sitting down, having a meeting with Mel. And he was like, well, girl, you could have told me something. She was like, listen, if you want to come, then you could come. So he pulls over there, but his thing was, it seems like he was just disappointed in the fact that he invested money and he wants to be a part of all of the decision making. I don't understand in a sense why, and I'm with Latrice, as I've said previously, you didn't even believe in what she was doing. She put this money up. She did everything. You had no belief or no faith in it. And now you feel that just because you put in a coin that you want to have so much to say? No. Have you ever heard of silent investors? Yeah, just be a silent investor, okay? Invest your money, trust that she's going to do what she need to do, and you're going to get your return on the back end. I'm a little confused, okay? But he got to be all up in her business, honey. Just wherever she go, whatever she do, he got to be right there. So, okay then, Cliff. So we see that Marie goes over to see Letitia. Now, they're both the closest of the out of all of the ladies. Those two are the closest or whatever. So she just, they're catching up with each other, seeing what all's been going on, what they've been up to. And Marie pretty much tells Letitia about the situation that happened with her son, how they got into a real bad argument, and she ended up recording the conversation. But the reason she records it is because her kids like to go and call her dad and act like, oh, well, mama tripping and she did this and she said that and this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. She's like, oh, y'all not gonna do me. Y'all not gonna do me, honey. So she decided to record the conversation, and it was really sad to hear how her son was talking to her, and he was really upset with her and yelling because he's decided to go out to a college that she initially did not want him to go to. She wanted him to go to a college more local so he'll be able to be there for his children, but he made his own decision to go and do whatever it is he wants to do. And it was just tough to see. You know, she was crying. She was really sad about it. You saw Tisha trying to really be there for her and support her. My thing is, you created this space for your son to operate in the manner in which he operates. You've taken up his entire slack from the moment you found out he's had these ladies pregnant. So for him, he doesn't feel the need to stand in any position of a father. And I'm glad that later on in the episode they brought that up. Like, I don't know where his dad is, but Cliff has been in his life, and Cliff has been in and out of his life, and he hasn't exhibited the best example of what a man should be. So old buddy is following whatever he see out here in these streets. Okay, if his father, I don't know, this is an assumption, if his father has abandoned him, then that's what he's finna do over here on this end. You know, it's really unfortunate, but she definitely set this up for him because you always picking up his slack, so he don't feel the need that he has to do that. Okay, so he could just go off and do whatever he want to do. And he going to leave everything on you because he know you going to do it. But, okay, girl. But what I will say is, girl, you need to put him in some of your mental health classes that you have over there in your office or whatever. Because obviously, homeboy definitely is taking a lot of the issues out on you when these were the decisions that he chose to make. So he may need a little therapy or something. So Tamber and Letitia link up because Tamber is about to introduce Letitia to one of the councilmen, which happens to be her cousin. And it was a really good moment to see. He was pretty much just, helping her to understand what the steps are so that she can get Ferry Street off the ground and so that she could secure the building that she wants. So it was really good to see. And when she got done afterwards, she was like really teary-eyed, and I was like, oh, I really hope that this happens for her, because you just saw the emotion. You saw that it's something that she genuinely wants. She really wants this to happen. So I hope that she gets what it is that she desires. I would like to see it begin starting this season. Like, I want to see, I'm liking to see the progression. That's what I want to see. And next season, I want to see build out. I want to see something next season. But I really hope that she's able to get this up off the ground, get it running, and moving forward with. So I think that was dope. Let's move on to Latrice and Cliff. They at the house. They ain't really doing too much, just chilling out by the pool or whatever, He trying to get her to hop in the pool and swim because he bought that pool for her. She ain't really trying to swim or do none of that because she's scared and she don't know how to swim. Her little brother, or her big brother, one of her brothers, threw her in the pool when she was younger, so she almost drowned. Ever since then, she's like, tap out. And girl, I feel you on that. Okay, tap out. Go away from me with this. But it was nice how to hear Cliff say, like, I'll never drown you, and I'll never allow you to drown in life, or something like that. I was like, come on, Cliff, we see you. We see you, honey, with the game, I guess you could say. We see you running game. Okay, that's probably how you got her. We understand. But what I also wanted to highlight was when she got ready to get in the pool, she went in the house. She said, this is what we do in the hood. She put on a plastic bag on her head or whatever and got in the pool. And I'm like, well, there's another product for you, Miss Thing, Miss Latrice. Or why don't you come up with some type of swimming caps for women that do wear these wigs, these sew-ins or whatever they got, and they want to go in the pool. They probably don't want to get their hair too wet. So maybe you could try and come up with some type of cute little, I don't know, some type of bonnet, swim cap, whatever you want to call it, honey. I don't. But maybe you could come up with something like that and add that to your product lines. Okay, so, yeah, let's move on. So Marie and Cedric is at the house, right? And she wants her son to come over so they can have a sit down, they can have a conversation. Now, she tells him, listen, Essie is coming over to the house. And he's like, okay. She was like, yeah, she's coming over to the house so she can be the mediator between me and my son, because I wasn't sure if you'll be able to do it considering the fact that you didn't even show up last night. What's going on with that? Okay. So he was like, oh, I was at my other spot. She was like, yeah, you was at your other spot. So when they got married, they both had their own individual spots. They didn't necessarily, move in together or stay with each other. And it seems like he's still managing his other spot. IDK if she's managing her other spot or if the spot she's in is the spot that he moved into. IDK. But she just pretty much told him, like, listen, I don't believe none of that SHI you over there talking about, honey, so you can miss me with this, and we will revisit this conversation later. So Miss Essie decided she was going to show up. And they're having conversation about the son, Jay. And then Marie decides to bring into the conversation how poor of an example he has been. And then Essie decided to hop in her two piece, you know, about how she feels as well, and telling him like, yeah, Marie's right. You know, you haven't been doing a great example of being a father to him or anything like that. And so he said he feel like he being pimped or something like that. And another thing Essie says, she says that this is her business, because when things affect Marie, it also affects her. And I'm like, girl, what? And he says that I feel like this is not a Marie and a Cedric marriage. I feel like this is a Marie and Essie marriage. And I'm just here, I'm just deciding just to make y'all look good, okay? And I was like, I don't know, like, could there be some truth to this? Like, what is really happening here? Okay? Because Miss Essie came through when she was laying it on thick. She was not playing with him. So yeah, that was very interesting to see the dynamic with Essie, Marie, as well as Cedric, because Essie also feels as though, girl, whatever she owns, I own half of that. So what do you mean? You know? So I'm guessing Essie was in the picture before he even came into the picture. So I guess they're best friends or whatever, but okay then, honey. Now what I will say is that I feel like Marie and her husband definitely need counseling. I feel like Marie has this masculine energy where, I don't know, she just gives off this, and I could be using the term wrong, I could be using masculine energy wrong, but I just feel like she gives off dictator vibes, like dictating how things are gonna go, who's gonna do what. Yeah, like she gives off these strong vibes of having to be in charge. What she says goes. You don't matter, you're not making half as much as what I'm making, and all this other stuff. So it makes me want to know more about her childhood and like what happened, and I mean just like her background, like how did you come up, you know, because she probably feels the need to always have to be there and show up for herself. So when somebody else comes into the picture, like her man trying to be there and show up for her, it's difficult because of how she probably makes him feel or whatever. And I could be wrong. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this, which may even be a reason as to why he probably decided to go out there and cheat, because he was feeling inadequate at the house or some shit like that, in addition to his own decision to wanting to do so, you know. So I definitely think they still need therapy as well, just as much as she and her son. But she needs mother-son therapy, she needs husband-wife therapy, and she needs her own personal therapy to work on her mother self. Okay, so that's just my opinion on that. But Jay ended up, I forgot his name, Jerez or whatever, he ended up showing up, came to the house. She sat down and pretty much told him how she felt and how he hurt her, and to hear that he hates her and everything like that really upset her. And so he ended up saying, the reason I responded and reacted the way that I did was because you told me, pretty much, you didn't ask me, I wasn't given a choice about what school I wanted to go to. He was like, you pretty much told me I'm going to Jackson State, and I felt like you were dictating what I was going to do. And I'm like, no, I don't want that for myself. I want to go and do this. And she was like, well, let me check you and tell you the plan was for you to not do basketball or whatever, chill out, you know what I'm saying, work on yourself, get your body right, get your mind right, all this other stuff, and then go to a local college so you could be here for them kids. I don't think anything was wrong with what Marie said, but maybe it was how she came off and said it, as if he did not have a choice to this or that, because a lot of people, they don't want, like, don't tell me, you know. Now when you feel like you're grown, it's like, don't tell me what I'm gonna do, you know. But at the end of the day, you are living with your mama, you are relying on your mama for a lot of stuff, you not being here for those kids. And I hate to say it, but it's like, why would you want to go off and be that far away from your children? You know, like, and I don't know why he just didn't sit down and have another conversation with his mom to let her know, I think this college is 3 hours away. It's going to be better for me, but this is the plan that I have set to make sure that I'm here, you know, for my kids, and make sure he communicates that back to the baby mama. So maybe a 3-hour ride isn't that bad either for him to go to college. I think they both could have just likely handled the situation poorly, you know, overall. But like, I just disagree with that. Like, I mean, I just feel like he should have, hey, this the L you got to take. This is what you chose to do. So if you have to sit your ass here to go to school and go locally, that's 30 minutes away versus goddamn 3 hours, that's the L that you got to fucking take. You can't go off how you may want to go off. You just got to deal with it, you know. But it was what it was. I feel like it still can work out, even though he's probably 3 hours away. And if you're going to be 3 hours away, you have to just constantly make yourself available to them, you know, and you should have a schedule to where, you know, you come down and see them, they come up and see you, whatever it is. So that's just my opinion on that. She tells him, listen, when them baby mamas call you, you know what I'm saying, these are not my kids, these are yours. When they call you, you need to answer the phone. You running from the situation, not gonna do nothing, because the problem's still gonna be there. And then she speaks on wanting to do therapy, family therapy or whatever, and he's open to that. He wants to do that. And he did apologize to his mom for his actions. You know, he's definitely apologized. But for her to cut that recorder on to record the conversation makes me feel like this has happened before. I think the only difference is that he hasn't thrown up his hand like he was gonna hit her. But I think the yelling and the arguing and stuff like that, I think that's happened before. But I'd like to know you all's thoughts about the overall situation. I think the episode was pretty good. I enjoyed the episode. I'm a bit over Tambra. Tambra ain't really talking about shit for real. Like, her dynamic just doesn't really fit with the group, because maybe we don't really see her film with other people for real. So like, I'm a bit over Tambra a little bit, and it's a bit shaky for me when it comes to Antoinette. And I'm actually looking forward to her as getting caught up in yet some more bullshit as it pertains to her damn mouth. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments below about how you felt about the Belle Collective episode, how you feeling about this review. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.